How often do you think customers ask for pricing?
From what I hear from our call center manager, that 30% of our customers ask for a price before they book a call.
It's all day. Customers are asking, and people are becoming more aware of pricing across industries, so they're calling.
A few a day, which is more than enough.
The industry standard is to not give pricing over the phone so that you don't disappoint customers when you get into the actual problem.
So there's just so many variables. And you tell someone, oh, it's going to be, $500 to do this, and you get there and it's going to be $800. It just creates a bad taste in their mouth, and they feel like you told them a lowball number when you weren't trying to.
We have to be cautious of how we word it, just because they want to make sure that, that we're letting them know this is just a ballpark and it can go outside of this depending on what we find once we arrive.
It was our policy previously not to give any pricing over the phone just because there's so many variables involved. We can't see what's going on. The customer doesn't know the size of the pipes. They don't know what kind of faucet is leaking or what kind of water heater they have. So you give them a price and then you get there and it ends up being, double that or something like that. And they go, oh, no, you quoted me this. So just caused a bunch of back and forth.
Location of the equipment, things you can't see behind walls. We don't have x-ray vision, as we always say. We don't know what's behind the wall until we take it down and see what the overall issue is. So a full evaluation of the entire problem. Because the problem might not be what you see. The problem could be an infrastructure problem. It could be anything. And you just can't diagnose that via a phone call.
They're giving us, some information over the phone, and then we get out there, we see that's a bigger issue. They try to hold us to that price, right? Well, we try to navigate away from that and saying, it depends on the circumstances, but I think that's where the challenge is letting them know ahead of time when we really haven't seen the project yet.
No one really can assess the problem until you physically get there.
We were getting a lot more people calling, asking for pricing, and if we didn't give them anything, then they would hang up and they wouldn't schedule a call.
Is their repair $100? Is going to be $500. They want to at least gauge what range they're in at this point. So we direct them to the website, and then we go a little further and tell them where to go, because there's an HVAC part and there's a plumbing part. So we'll tell them where to go, what they're looking for. We'll navigate them through that. It's pretty simple to find. I had one customer and she had no issues, so she went through that. She ended up booking the garbage disposal. That was a garbage disposal replacement, and she ended up booking it with us. But she went through the page and navigated through the pricing.
Put the site up. We're actually anxious to get results. It is against the norm of doing so. This will be very interesting. We're very curious to get the results. So far, so good.
Yeah, I think pricing on the website is nice for the customer. I know if you, as a customer, go on to Google and try and search for how much it costs to do a specific job, those prices tend to be extremely outdated in my experience. And so for us to have actual real life pricing of what it actually costs in our area to do these jobs, I think it makes a lot of sense. It gives the customer at least a ballpark so that when you do get to the home, they're not surprised by how expensive it actually is.
And the site should be noted, these are range prices so that no one, we go low, we go high. We're just trying to get a reasonable range that we believe is accurate.
And you feel like the reaction has been good?
So far, yeah. I think it's been great.
What do you think attributes to price disparities between companies?
Mostly because of the investment we make in what we call the infrastructure, which includes our people, which is training, which is our systems, which is doing things such as this, where we take the time to talk about what's going on in the marketplace. That all costs money.
Overhead's huge. I think it's also quality of work, quality of technicians. There's so many factors that go into that.
We got a truck, we got our own office, we have plenty of people in the office that are not out at the customers' houses. Plus we have full stock material, and the plumbers coming out to your house on your time, and all of those things are extremely expensive.
Also, how long we've been in business, what kind of certifications our technicians have, that all contributes to our pricing.
And those things have to be incorporated into your overall pricing, really for the objective to give people a more transparent experience. Happens every day. There's always somebody that can do it cheaper.
All companies offer a different level of service. Some are going in there to, beeline right at your issue and fix it in the simplest, cheapest way possible and leave. And that's not always offering you the best service.
price shopping is normal. Everybody's doing it. It's just part of our industry, and we know that people are going to go around and they're going to look for pricing from different companies. We try to tell them where we're different. We also try to match pricing. It depends on the circumstances.
Our pricing is actually well below what our competitors charge in the marketplace. We belong to Nexstar. Nexstar gives us that information. We are significantly below our competitors.
When someone tells me they can do a job cheaper, I say, okay, good. Then if you're comfortable with them doing the work, then have them come and do it. And usually they say, oh, well, I'd rather have you do the work.
Who is Chuck?
Chuck?
In the truck? Chuck in the truck?
Yeah.
Everyone's got a Chuck in the truck.
Chuck in the Truck is the one man show.
You know, the neighborhood guy who knows how to do plumbing.
There's lots of Chucks in the trucks.
We get the calls after that guy shows up to fix what he messed up.
But you're not going to get the same quality of work, I don't believe.
Yeah, that'd be the Chuck on the truck. Well, you can have it cheap, you can have it fast, you can have it good. You have two of those things, but you can't have all three. And so you make the decision.